Good evening, Goffstown, and welcome live from the Grizzlies Den. We've got exciting Lady Grizzly basketball. I'm Bob Bertolucci here with my colleague and sidekick, Mr. Rob Foreman, and we're in for exciting basketball action. Last game of the season.
Last game. Where did the season go?
It flew by.
Flew by. We were doing a preseason show back in whatever it was, October, November, I guess it was. And here we are. I mean, it's crazy how fast it goes.
It's over. Yep.
I know. And it felt like there was a time where we didn't have a lot of home games, and then we've had a bunch here recently. So
there was
I like this
stretch
flow.
In the beginning of the year where we didn't have any home games. The weird thing is, you know, we've been talking all season long, kind of being somewhat critical of the team because it hasn't been like a Goffstown standard season or our best basketball. Believe it or not, here we are going into the last game of the season, and believe it or not, Grizzly fans, we have an actual shot to make the playoffs.
Now, I know you've seen
I don't want to jinx it.
The commercial on TV where the coach goes, playoffs? Did somebody say playoffs? Here we are. You're exactly right. A team that really struggled to score
all year
and find ways to win can control some of their own destiny tonight with a win.
I know, believe it.
It's crazy. So we'll talk about the scenarios later, but so it should make for an exciting night, I think.
Well, and what puts the Lady Grizzlies in this position is the fact that they've played a heck of a game
up
out in Spalding. Of course, you know,
the one we don't go to.
The one game I don't go to, right? Out in Spalding. And they put together a huge win.
Yeah, 62 points.
62 points, which is our most points we've scored all year long.
Yes.
And even Dana still got a bucket, so I'm mad about missing that too. So apparently it was a very exciting game with a lot of people playing very well. I think our Wonder Woman Meredith, that was a career high for her.
22, yeah.
Yep.
22.
So she hit 22 points, so we missed a lot of firsts. Knowing all this ahead of time, maybe it would have been worth driving out.
That's right.
So here we are tonight, and I think it's the same story for us, but what can you tell me about Portsmouth a little bit there, Rob?
Well, what we know is they're 8-9, so they're in that middle of the pack. They're going to the playoffs. Traditionally, Portsmouth has been a very athletic team and not filled with a roster full of all basketball players. I know there's quite a few girls here that play multiple sports, and basketball is not their primary sport, but they're very fit, very athletic. I know in the past they love to trap the ball. They love to get out and run on the fast break. So we haven't seen this team play. On paper, we were talking before the game, they appear to match up really evenly on paper when you look at points and leading scores. Their leading scorer, Emery, is averaging 13.4. You know, you have Meredith, who's right in that range as well. So on paper, it should be a heck of a game.
Right.
Evenly matched.
Yeah, we know that sometimes the Lady Grizzlies can be a little Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends on which team comes out. But yeah, you're right. On paper, it looks like a pretty even matchup. They don't have like multiple dominant scorers.
Yep.
The Grizzlies have done pretty well in recent games when it comes to shutting down like one or two players, and that was demonstrated in a couple of games where we had scorers we were worried about who were up around closer to 20.
True.
And we were doing a good job of shutting down. As usual for the Grizzlies, what we're going to be looking at is a good defense, team defense, and we're going to need the offense to come from our predicted places, right?
Yeah, and that's what Bracy just caught me before the game tipped off, or before we came on the air, and said, I said, what was the difference the other night? And he said, we were able to force over 30 turnovers. So we cranked up our defense a little bit against Spalding. They got to do that again tonight and get into some situations where they can trap. And we need to take care of the ball. And it sounds like they did a better job taking care of the ball. And you had those three scores of Winterburn with 22, Still with 14, and Dodge with 9. Those are the three we've talked about all season.
Yep.
If you get them all above or at that double digits, you got a shot to win.
Right. Yep. So, yep, we were spreading the scoring out because the problem is if we're depending on Meredith to try to do everything, she is Wonder Woman, but she's not going to win the games by herself.
Yeah.
So, well, I know the girls are pumped up for this. They realize what's on the line here, but this Portsmouth team's not going to be easy. Watching them here warming up, we both commented they look pretty athletic and, like it's going to be a good contest.
I agree. I agree. So we'll see. I think, you know, we've harped on it so long. It's getting out to a good start for the Grizzlies, not turning that ball over, and really being able to get in situations where we can get some transition baskets. Reese is somebody that can get up and down the floor very well. If we can get a turnover and get in a running game, that's to our advantage. But most importantly, that we're not turning the ball over.
Correct.
Because we just don't have that margin of error that we can play with a lot of turnovers. We got to take care of the ball. And
without being super familiar with Portsmouth, I mean, just looking at them, I think overall across the team itself, it looks like they got us beat in the height category too.
Yep.
Because they got a number of girls that look pretty tall.
Yep.
Where we have more vertically challenged individuals on our team, and I'm thinking like, you know, Peyton Duff, Morgan Dodge. You know, these players tend to be a little bit smaller. Jenna Shannon, stuff like that. Meredith is really the only one that we have with real good size.
And I think
Addie's pretty decent height.
I think this lineup, you know, we've seen a few lineups. You had senior night in there, and then we had some issues with our players and team rules for that last game. But this lineup tonight that he starts, he's got Peyton Duff and Morgan at the guards, and then he's got Addie, Reese, and Meredith, which I think is a really good nucleus and a good five to start the game. I love to see Peyton out there because we've talked about her being that calming effect and that security blanket. 67-63 Portsmouth.
Final score of the boys game was 67-63. And Portsmouth is what they say, like #1 or something, right?
The close game.
You know, the boys kept it close out in Portsmouth. So
that game must have started at 5?
Well, yeah, obviously 6. Well, obviously started a lot earlier.
Wow.
They finished. That's a final for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get that one more chance or one more game. You know, so like I said, I think it helps if we play the speed game. But yeah, the biggest thing is the turnovers. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's been an issue, and that third quarter is, you know, they've all said it, the players, the coaches, that it's a mental thing. I'm starting to believe that it's not all mental. I think I'm giving credit to other coaches and other teams. I think that they're making adjustments at halftime, and I don't know that we're making a lot of adjustments in defense and offense. So I would like to see Coach maybe shake something up at halftime. You know, well, we haven't shown them this zone or this play. Let's come out in the third quarter and try to break that curse of that third quarter. It's been horrible for us.
Well, it has been, and even if you want to go with the theory that it's mental on our side, maybe that's something to kind of break their, you know, the mental block that they're getting when they come out. If we shake things up or we're going to do something different, even if it means shaking up the lineup a little bit.
Yeah. Or I think, you know, you go in and, you know, it's the first time we get the ball, here's the play we're going to run. We haven't run it the entire first half, and this is our go-to play. We're going to get 2 points off of this, and that's going to, you know, maybe get you some of that positive momentum moving forward.
Maybe the key would be putting Dana Still out there for that third quarter. I mean,
she got her first basket. Let's get the second.
Yeah, just keep it going.
If nothing else, she'll smile the whole time.
Well, that's true. So we're going to have in just a few moments starting lineups for Portsmouth here. They only have. We talked a little bit about this. They only have. Well, they have 4, I guess.
Four seniors.
Four seniors. Other than that, they're a fairly young team. They got like 6 sophomores in this squad, so they're still a young team.
They are. Well, we're going to kick it to Al here in a second.
And of course, we'll be able to hear Al loud and clear.
We will.
Yep.
Well, we got a second. Let's thank all of our friends with GTV. Bob and I get to come out here and talk about the game.
Hog the limelight.
Yes, and really highlight the girls all season long. But without everybody in the studio, on the cameras, we couldn't do it without them. So,
well, we really couldn't, because I can't figure all this stuff out. I can barely work my phone.
I know. And they never really tell us no. When we say we're going to interview 3 girls or 2 girls and a coach, they're, okay, fine, we'll do it. So thanks to them all season long.
And you know, and for years they've been doing this. They constantly kind of make me feel guilty because after the game I always offer, well,
clean up,
help, you know, because they're staying here late after we do all these interviews. They're breaking down the tables. They're
all the wires and
fixing up all the wires here that were tangled in, and picking up the headphones and everything else. So GTV is great. So here's Al.
Between the Clippers of Portsmouth High School and the Grizzlies of Portsmouth High School. We ask for your cooperation at this NHIAA event in showing your respect for the athletes, coaches, and officials to make this game a meaningful one for all of those involved. And for your safety and security, in case of an emergency, please note where the nearest exit is to your location. If we need to evacuate, an announcement will be made at that time. Thanks for your cooperation. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Portsmouth High School. At forward, a 6-foot senior, number 30, Bridget Emery. At forward, a 5-foot 10-inch senior, number 13, Maggie Pataki. At guard, a 5-foot 6-inch senior, number 20, Sid Pettis. At guard, a 5-foot 7-inch senior, number 24, Andrea Ingram. And at guard, a 5-foot 7-inch senior, number 12, Ella Fletcher. The coach of the Clippers is Tim Hockley. Assistant coaches are Ann Hackey and Lynn Thomas. And now, here is the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. At wing, a 5-foot 10-inch senior, number 21, Meredith Winterburn. At forward, a 5-foot 9-inch sophomore, number 14, Addie Glazer. At forward, a 5-foot 11-inch sophomore, number 13, Reese Still. At guard, a 5-foot 3-inch senior, number 2, Peyton Duff. And at guard, a 5-foot 5-inch senior, number 5, Morgan Dodge. The coach of the Grizzlies is Nate Bracey. Assistant coaches are Scott Brennan and Cassidy Lalomere. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America, our servicemen and women serving all over the globe, and all of our veterans with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, Grizzly fans, and here we are. We're going to be doing the tip-off any moment. So I think obviously the players to watch is for Goffstown, number 21, Meredith Winterburn. And, of course, for the Portsmouth Clippers is going to be Bridget Emery. who's number 30, and she's averaging just under 14 points a game. So she's going to be the offensive force, and probably all the offense will go through her.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and she seems like she's, I think they said she was 6 foot in the intro, so she's going to
she's all of that.
Take care of some business down low, I'm sure, and get some offensive rebounds and put some pressure on our shooters down low. You know, I thought, I said, well, maybe we should put Dana out there to take the jump balls. I mean, she won it convincingly last time. Put her in and then take her right out.
Right.
She just, as
she has a good vertical from volleyball, you know.
She jumped up and wasn't even close.
So Reese Still is going to be taking the jump for the Grizzlies. And of course, Bridget Emery for Portsmouth. And Emery wins that. Sends the ball over to Sid Pettis rather, and then Pataki underneath. Back out on top for Pataki. And she just missed the layup on that, and Reese Still came down with the rebound. So Meredith Winterburn brings it down. Peyton Duff to Still. To Addie Giddis. Out to Winterburn. Burns looking around, back out to Still. Still's looking, but wasn't going in. No. Dodge now with the ball front. Fletcher on her. Winterburn to Still. Still's looking to pass. Feeds Winterburn down low to Duff. Duff tries to go in. Winterburn. Again, thank God there's no shot clock in high school,
no
right?
kidding. We would have burned 2 of them.
That's what Morgan Dodge goes for the 3. Oh, just missed on that. Yeah. We know a key all year for Morgan is that she gets hot early.
Exactly. So they're going to put a little pressure on Portsmouth here.
So Fletcher's going to inbound this. It looks like she's going to try to go to Emery. And now Fletcher with the ball. Works it down the court. Over to Pettis. Back out to Fletcher. Fletcher sort of directing traffic. We got it. Oh, down low underneath for Pataki. She tried to take a layup. That's the second time.
Yeah.
Just denied. Oh, here we go with Emery. Emery goes in on Still. She missed the layup. Still comes down with the rebound. Oh, I think she could have went in a little further. She pulled up, and it was taken away by Fletcher. Fletcher does
she hit her hard there.
Yeah. So Still's going to get her first foul. Team first.
Foul number 13, Reese Still. That's her first personal foul. First team foul.
Yeah, I think Reese had more time to go in there. She kind of pulled up
sometimes those who don't handle the ball a lot freak out. She kind of got that look on her face like,
oh my God,
I got to give it up to somebody. But yeah, I think you're right. She could have taken a few more dribbles.
So Fletcher missed the first shot. Takes the second one. That's just off the rim.
Hey, take it, go, 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 go. Run. Reese, dive.
Underneath, Peyton Duff to Still. Reese is looking around. Oh, I thought she was going to actually shoot, but she gave it over to Meredith just off the backboard. Pettis got that rebound, and she sent it over to Fletcher. Fletcher coming down with Winterburn on her. Over to Pettis. Pettis over to Ingram. Back to Fletcher. Fletcher inbounds it to Pettis. Pettis takes a shot. That missed. Went wide. Emery came down with the rebound. And now it's over to Ingram. Back out to Fletcher. Obviously, the Clippers are trying to work it underneath. Yeah. Mainly to Emery, but they haven't been able to get it to her. But shooting-wise, they haven't really been Emery underneath. She put it up off the rim. So both teams, a little bit of snake bit here. Winterburn now with the ball. Oh, that hit away by Emery. They're fighting for the ball.
Lots of
all
bodies
kinds
on
of players
ground.
on the court. Went out of bounds and it went off the Clippers, so this will be in Grizzly possession.
For as warm as it is in this gym tonight, that's how cold these teams look offensively.
Yeah, they're putting up a lot of duds here. Yeah. Morgan Dodge over to Addie Glazer. Glazer had Ingram on her. Winterburn now to Still. There we go. Oh, I thought she was going to put it up herself. Glazer almost over Peyton Duff's head. Duff controlled it. Back to Addie Glazer. Underneath to Winterburn. Winterburn hits the layup. So that's the first bucket of the game.
That was a great pass.
It was a good pass. You got Fletcher now working it down. Works it in for Ingram. Ingram looks around, out to Emery. Emery with a 3, just off the rim. Addie Glazer comes down with the rebound, slows it down. Over to Winterburn. Winterburn working it in to Still. I really like Still facing the other way, though.
Yeah.
Addie Glazer.
She can be a threat.
Ooh, off. That went off Reese's leg. Oh,
and
Peyton Duff goes down in a heap. Meredith Winterburn. Winterburn intercepted the ball from Pettis. Tried for the layup, missed the layup. Now you got Ingram with the ball for the Clippers. Ingram sends it over to Pettis. Sid Pettis over to Fletcher. Oh, she mishandled it. Morgan Dodge all over her. Over to Pataki. Pataki over to Pettis. Tries to pull back. I think Morgan's going to get this one, yeah.
Yeah, I think she realizes that is a foul.
That's like what her first foul of the season.
That was a tackle on a football.
Yep.
You know, give her credit.
That would have been a foul in football too.
I think so.
Ella Fletcher here inbounded this to Emery. Emery tried to feed Pataki the ball, but that was hit out of bounds. So Jenna Shannon's coming in for Peyton Duff. So Fletcher's going to inbound this. Oh.
Yeah, tipped by Reese on the baseline there.
She tried to go cross court over to Pettis, Sid Pettis. Brissette's going to be working her way in for the Grizzlies. Oh, Jenna Shannon gets the steal right off Pataki. Meredith Winterburn's coming in. Oh, big. She was denied.
I wish she would look to shoot that one, I think. Look to dump it on the opposite block, but I think she had a good shot.
Yep. So Pettis to Fletcher. Oh, Meredith's going to get a foul here. I think that was more of a frustration foul.
I think so too, yeah. She missed that lefty layup before and then that turnover there, so.
Yep.
Unlike her, she's not a player that plays like that. She plays that next
good at controlling
play.
emotion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Mia Brissette out there now for Morgan Dodge. Fletcher sends it.
Good play by Addie. I've been watching Addie and Reese on the post, and both Addie and Reese have been doing a really good job so far on that post defense, making it really difficult for them.
Pettis steps up and takes a long 2, and she hit it. So for the 5 minutes into the first quarter, the Clippers get their first basket. Yep. So 2-2 offensive outpouring here. Both teams. Long 3 by Meredith Winterburn. Jenna Shannon kept that in. Addie Glazer, but that went off Ingram. So Grizzlies maintain control. Winterburn's going to inbound it here, pretty much in front of us. Over to Reese Still. Reese is wondering, why am I controlling the ball?
Why do I have the ball?
Why didn't you just give it to Jenna? I don't want to dribble. Winterburn now with the ball. She's kind of directing traffic. Emery on her. You can see the size difference there. Emery is almost towering over Meredith. Reese Still over to Jenna Shannon. To Glazer, to Still. Ooh, Glazer thought about it. And now she cuts into the basket, kicks it out to Jenna, to Still. Again, they look like they want to go for it. Oh, Glazer tried to feed Winterburn down in Vaughn's corner. And
double tip there.
Yep. Emery got a piece of it, but Meredith also got a piece.
So while there was great ball movement there by the Grizzlies, they never make that extra pass to get it to the opposite end. You know, get it from the right side of the floor to the left side of the floor. We got to get a good ball reversal.
Now you got Fletcher handling the ball again. Over to Ingram. Ingram. Ooh.
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a good thing because the Clippers look like they were trying to work something out here. Dodge back in. She's replacing Jenna Shannon. So Morgan's going to inbound this for Meredith. Understatement, low-scoring game.
I know. We said they're both averaging right around 50, but so that could
we'll
be
be lucky to hit that. The rate we're going.
Really busy 3 quarters after.
I think this works in our favor.
I think so too.
Morgan Dodge. Dodge out to Brissett. Back to Morgan. Ooh, Morgan never afraid to take a 3. Almost looked like she's going to do it.
Atta
Still
boy,
goes
Reese.
in. I love it. It's that a girl, though.
That a girl.
Yeah. Oh, the Portsmouth Clippers coach isn't very happy with that foul, but I don't know. I saw foul there.
I saw the foul. I think he was saying that the foul happened before she was in the act of shooting, so it was close. If we see a replay, we'll catch it out. But
Anna won, so Reese
what was the foul on? I guess we don't get that luxury tonight.
So Emery inbound this. It's over to Lucy. Jenna Lucy kicks it out to Fletcher. Fletcher over to Lane. Over to Lucy. Oh, went off her foot. That should be back court. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Yeah, he's trying to say, the Clippers coach is trying to say that Still hit that back, or it went off her leg, but it really didn't. I didn't see it that way anyway. Winterburn now. Winterburn to Still
again, shocked.
Like, I don't want the ball. Winterburn now. Ooh, into Still fighting out front with both Emery and
take it.
Robichaud. Winterburn goes in, tries to do the layup, just missed. It went off Addie Glazer, so that's out of bounds. It'll be Clippers ball.
So we're under a minute.
So Pettis is replacing Fletcher for the Clippers.
5-2, and then we're under a minute.
So Pettis now with the ball for the Clippers, working it in, and Peyton Duff. Peyton Duff doing a good job defensively, keeping her to the outside and keeping her out of the zone. Lane tries to, took a good cut tried to feed Lucy down low. She had a step on Still, but the pass came in a little too hard.
Yep. Official made Morgan come out of the game, checked her for concussion. Always a tough thing, but the right thing to do. Get her checked out real quick. Winterburn shot to the head.
Yep. I think it was also maybe a possible nosebleed situation. Still to Peyton Duff. Duff goes to cut in on 3 Clippers, and she drew a foul, right?
She did. A holding foul. 20.
So number 20, that'd be on Pettis. Sid Pettis. Dodge is coming back in now. So she'll replace Gabby. Gabby had a good little shift there.
Yeah.
Short
about 10 seconds in there.
10, no, that was generous.
It was 23.
Winterburn to Still. Feeds Brissett out to the side. Mia just missed a good one. Here we go. Lane with the ball.
All right, no shot.
Fed Pataki there at the end. It didn't go in anyway, but. So, well, Grizzly defense held up pretty good. I mean, keeping them down to 2, but they did have a lot of opportunities. They just weren't hitting their baskets.
Agreed. Yeah, we've seen a lot of basketball, and we've gone through spurts like this where we've struggled to score, but we haven't equaled it on the defensive side. I thought our defense was really good. I mentioned Reese and Addie taking care of the post players, making it very difficult. And when it did go into, who's their good player here? Emery. When it did get to Emery, you could see him double team her really quick. So she's got to make a decision at that point. Where am I going to pass it out? So I thought the defense was good. They did a lot of switching up top. Somebody's got to break out of the shooting slump, and I hope it's us first.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, what's a little bit of a concern is that, well, I mean, both teams have been getting opportunities. So you're right. It's somebody's got to break out of the shooting slump.
That's
and
right.
We know that this is a game of runs, right?
It is.
I wouldn't exactly say we got on a run, but we're only up to 5 points. But 5-2. Who would have thought we'd be winning after the first quarter? 5-2.
I know.
So Morgan Dodge is going to inbound this for the Grizzlies. That will start the second quarter. Meredith Winterburn. Winterburn to Still just turned it right around, went right to the basket.
That's a good shot.
It was a good shot. Unfortunately, it didn't go in for us. So Pettis now for the Clippers. She took it in herself, fed Pataki up front. Pataki, she's been a little snake bit because she's taken a few shots now.
And taking some good shots.
Yeah, got off the rim and just not going in. Winterburn now. She goes up. Yeah,
it almost went through the bottom of the basket. It almost
went through the bottom. Yeah, you get a point for that. Pettis coming in on Peyton Duff. Duff's keeping her to the outside. Feeds Pataki. Out top to Lane, and now it went over to Lucy. Lucy took a 3 but missed. Jump ball. Morgan Dodge and
no, it should be the other way.
Dodge and Robichaud. Clippers are making some wholesale changes here. You got Emery coming back in. Also Ingram. Clippers are going to inbound this. They go to Emery, their leading scorer. Emery out to Ingram. Ingram looks around, feeds Emery down low. Addie's right on her.
And that was a great example of the double team that happened. When Emery got the ball, there were 2 defenders there. There was actually a third one on the back.
That's right. Yeah, there were 3 of them around
And
her.
at that point, she's got to make a decision. Am I going to attack the basket because I'm going to get triple teamed, or am I going to try to pass? And she was confused and traveled.
Right. I think the way the Clippers are playing, and they're challenged, obviously, with scoring, Grizzlies' strategy is just to clog that paint and not give them any time. So that seems to be working out. They could be doing the same thing here. Winterburn out to Duff, the Dodge, Glazer. Again, quick passes underneath for the Grizzlies. Peyton Duff somehow controls this. Winds up on the floor.
Tried to dump it inside to 6'7"
Peyton Duff. This will be Clippers ball. So it sort of counts as a turnover here. Sid Pettis coming down on Winterburn. Kicked out to Fletcher. Fletcher takes a long 3. That's off the rim, but Emery's right there for the rebound and puts one up. That's her first basket for a layup. Winterburn. Addie Glazer out to Winterburn. To Still. Still looks around. Duff feeds Winterburn. Winterburn thought about the 3. Steps up, takes the 3 and hit it. Ingram's going to inbound this to Pettis.
A great little step back shot by Meredith.
It was a very good shot. All net. Pataki goes in and Still, but they're going to call a foul before the travel. 13, so that'll be on Reese Still. That's her second. Jenna Shannon comes in for Duff. And it looks like Brissett's coming in for Reese.
And this is where it's tough. Jocelyn O'Meara is not here tonight. This would be a role for her to step in right there for Reese.
That's right. You'd want her down low with Addie. Pettis takes a long 3. That's off the rim, but Fletcher comes down with the rebound. Glazer right in front of Emery, doing a good job of
really good defense,
staying all over her. They're really suffocating Bridget Emery.
Yeah. Well, you said it earlier. We have done a good job this year on their best player, other teams' best players. Sometimes we fall asleep on the other players, but
right. Pettis underneath with 3 Grizzlies on her. Winterburn goes in there, long enough for a jump ball. So this will be Grizzlies control. Jenna Shannon here is going to inbound this for Meredith. Winterburn's going to bring it over midcourt. Feeds Glazer. Addie looks around, feeds Jenna. Over to Morgan Dodge. Morgan goes in. Took a long 2, but it was blocked down by Fletcher. Here's Emery, Bridget Emery going in. goes for the underhand layup and just missed that. Winterburn coming in. She's going to do the same. She's driving. 3 Clippers on her. Winterburn tried to feed Jenna Shannon, but that went out of bounds.
Got stuck on that baseline.
So Clippers here. Grizzlies are playing aggressive, sort of a press here. Pettis out to Ingram. Ingram's looking around. Jenna Shannon on her. Jenna's doing a good job keeping it to the outside. Now Pettis with the ball. Tipped away by Jenna, but Pettis gets it back to Pataki. Over to Fletcher. Underneath to Emery. Emery tried to go up. She's going to get an and 1 because Morgan's going to get a foul. I guess Morgan's got more arm than ball on that, but I think Morgan made the right play. She didn't think she hit it, but
there was definitely contact.
There was some contact. So Emery takes a shot. Net miss. Pataki now gets the rebound. Emery gets another one. Took a 3. Looked good leaving her hand. Thank God it didn't go in. So Portsmouth now will control this one. Other jump ball. Been a lot of jump balls. Huh?
A lot.
Fletcher.
Glad I don't have to keep track of that.
I know. Pettis over to Ingram. Ingram takes the 3, and that went right in.
That was 2.
Was it 2?
Yeah, she was inside.
Oh, looked like she was.
She had 1 foot inside the.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I'm glad it was only 2. That brings the game tied at 8.
Yeah.
Addie took that extra step. Still's coming back in. She'll replace Morgan Dodge.
Which is interesting because Reese has 2 and Morgan's got 2. So I guess he feels a little more comfortable with Reese in there with 2.
So Fletcher now working it down past midcourt.
Oh, good steal.
Nice steal by Jenna Shannon. Jenna picks it up. She's in deep. Out to Winterburn. Winterburn takes a 3. Oh, God, that just missed. Still, though, with the rebound on that. Still's going in. Oh, that was a good take. I wish she got rewarded on that.
Yep.
Winterburn now with Fletcher on her. So Fletcher came down with the rebound for the Clippers. Pataki. Pataki looks around, feeds Emery underneath, and she's kind of wide open now.
And she's got a quick 6 of the 10 for that.
Yep. Well, we were worried about who was going to get hot first. Brissett now with the ball. Out to Still. The Glazer. Addie Glazer looking around. She's going to now dribble. Going into Jenna Shannon. Jenna takes the long 2. Just missed. And now Winterburn and Pataki fighting for that jump ball again. So this will be Grizzly ball. Yeah, it would be it would be nice. I wish we had O'Meara here today. Still out to Jenna Shannon, and they're calling a travel for that.
Yeah, the one thing the Grizzlies have struggled tonight is they like to play that inside-out game where they drive in and kick it back out for the 3. And outside of Meredith's 3, they haven't really been able to get that outside shot. So Portsmouth has extended their defense, but unless we hit a few of those outside jump shots, it's going to be a long night.
Yep. So Lane coming in on Meredith Winterburn. Out to Emery. Emery coming in at Morgan Dodge. And what a size mismatch there. I mean, Emery's got a full 6 to 7 inches on Morgan.
Yeah.
Still to Winterburn. Winterburn will lose control, but got it back. Emery on her. Winterburn turns, takes a shot. It's hit away. Fletcher now with the ball. I'd like to see a timeout for the Grizzlies.
I would love to see one. We just need to.
Winterburn went down. I thought she'd be called a foul. Emery now takes a 3. She hit it. I'd like to see a foul. Call timeout now.
Good time. Good. Yep, there you go. Settle it down.
So we always talk about a game of runs. So
yeah, and
Portsmouth got on one.
Emery's got a quick 11 points already. I mean, it was 5 to, what was it, 5 to 2 at the end of the first, and now Emery's put up 11 by herself in this period. So
yep, and puts Portsmouth ahead.
Yeah.
So Grizzlies are playing a little bit of helter-skelter there.
Yeah, not real comfortable on the offensive side. Like I said, the ball's been moving and the passes are there, but passing with a purpose and looking to attack the basket and kick it out for the three just hasn't been there. It's almost like they get confused and I have the ball, what do I do next? So
not that we've been hitting the shots anyway, but it looked like they're, especially in the past couple of minutes or so, they've been forcing those shots and not taking as good as shots as they were earlier in the first quarter.
Sometimes it's the fact that you've played, you know what, 10, no more than that.
Almost the whole half.
14 to 15 minutes of game time, and you just can't get in a flow offensively, so you get frustrated.
Jenna Shannon taking a three. That went off the back rim. Fletcher now, or no, that's Ingram. Ingram with the ball. She's trying to slow it down. Comes in on Winterburn. Winterburn, oh, almost intercepted it. Ingram got it back. Hits Lane. Lane tried to feed Pataki underneath. Addie Glazer's going to draw a foul, though. It's her second, I think. First. That's her first for Addie. So Fletcher now with the ball. Feeds Ingram out high. Jenna Shannon and her. Ingram works it in a little bit. Out to Pataki. Back out to Fletcher. Fletcher now directing traffic. Grizzlies seem to be sinking into the paint, playing more of a zone. Out to Emery, but Emery again alone underneath with a size mismatch. We can't keep Morgan Dodge on Emery.
No.
It's just not, she can't not get her.
No, Addie and Reese are the ones that gotta stop her on the post.
Yep. So Morgan now taking a three, just missed that one. Glazer runs in for the rebound, get it to Jenna Shannon.
We'll take a foul there. Fletcher with the foul.
So we made some kind of change defensively where Morgan seems to be the one getting isolated on Emery. We can't have that happen anymore, right? Now is that the Clippers making an adjustment, or
No,
is that just the way we're set up now?
Yeah, I think he moved Morgan into the middle. It's not a good spot for her.
Yeah, she's still down low in the paint. I really don't. Yeah, you're right. We don't want her down there. The only thing I can think of is he's tried to move Still out, give her more chances for the fast break. But now it left us open defensively. Winterburn tried to feed Still down low.
Yeah, the Grizzlies having a hard time making that pass towards the basket. It's, you know, Clippers, I think, are up in passing lanes trying to get deflection. So someone's got to cut back door. Keep them honest.
They're definitely doing a good job of clogging it.
Yep.
Still to Winterburn. Oh, Winterburn thought about it. Back out to Still. Addie Glazer. Glazer tried to cut in, almost stolen right off her hand. Winterburn gets it. Tried to put up a layup, missed that one. Fletcher.
Oh boy.
Two Grizzlies on her. Out here high for Robichaud. Went from Lucy back to Robichaud, but they're going to call Addie for her second foul.
I disagree with that call. I really disagree with that call, but
so did Addie.
Yeah. I'm not sure there was much contact. I mean, from where he was standing on the backside, I think he got confused, but whatever.
Compared to some of the stuff that's happened, Ingram takes a long shot. Reese Still comes down with the rebound. Winterburn now with the ball. Grizzlies haven't scored in a while. Winterburn taking a three, and that went off the back rim. So 17-8 at halftime. So definitely the Grizzlies were kind of snake bit there in that second quarter, only getting 3 points.
3 points, yeah. They put up 15. And we've talked about that third quarter. They can't afford to come out in the third quarter and be snake bitten because this game will get out of hand really quick.
Yep. Yep. So we seen the first quarter, we seemed to play well defensively. It seemed like we were more disciplined.
Yeah.
Second quarter looked a lot more helter-skelter.
And the offense just never got started.
Yeah, the offense never got going, but the defense, more importantly, started to slow down a little bit. I don't know if like I said, I think maybe Bracey trying to make some moves here in order to free up Still, get the fast break going or something like that to break the offense out. And I think unfortunately what might have happened was it opened up Emery underneath for the.
True.
You know, because that's what I mean.
Yeah,
11 points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, that's the biggest difference right there. You take away her 11, and then we're ahead. They're
no
tied.
contest, yeah.
Yep. So, listen, we're going to take a little break here for halftime. We'll be back for second half action very shortly. So stay tuned, Grizzly fans.
Creative Foods class is the second class that I offer. The prerequisite for that class is culinary skills and procedures. Culinary skills and procedures teaches you the basics. Creative Foods now will expand on your knowledge learned and become more creative with your culinary skills. It's very hands-on. We learn by doing. It's project-based learning. So we're on our feet, moving around, learning by doing. After I give the instructions, and then we talk about the recipe, and then we go ahead and prepare the food. Another unique thing about our class is this year we are going to start with our Creative Foods classes giving the National Serve Safe exam or certification, whereas it's a national test that most restaurants will give their employees, but we're going to be offering it here. Boy, is that a great thing to have when you apply for a job, just saying you have your Serve Safe certificate or taking the Creative Foods class may get you in the door at a job in family consumer science or get you on top of the stack during the interview. There is a wide variety of employment opportunities, from a line cook to management to food safety inspector to photo of making menus, nutritionalist, and I really try to encourage the students after they take Creative Foods to perhaps move over to MST, Manchester School of Technology, and there they can take classes in a more institutional type setting, a restaurant type setting in Manchester, which is a half-a-day commitment. But you don't have to go that route if you take Creative Foods. Creative Foods is kind of the next step from culinary skills and procedures. Get your elbows off the table. This ain't no horse's stable, but a respectable dining room table. Feet on the floor, back straight, never bow over your plate. Chew with your mouth closed, GHS. Take my class. This is Mr. G.
Did you know that about 75% of your brain is made up of water?
If you're interested in scheduling a ride with the Goffstown Shuttle, but you're not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Here, we will tell you everything you need to know to start scheduling your first ride today. General information regarding the service, including our phone number, hours of operation, and schedules, can be found on mtabus.org. Navigate to the Routes and Schedules tab at the top of the page and select Town of Goffstown from the dropdown. Here, you will find any information you may need. When calling by phone to schedule a ride, simply dial 603-434-3569. Choose your agency, which is Manchester Transit Authority. Our call center representative will ask first-time riders for some simple information, including your name, age, address, phone number, and any specific travel requests. We will also ask for any special mobility needs you may have so that we can accommodate accordingly. Lastly, during this call, you will also schedule your return ride. Reservation hours are 5:25 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. Transportation is provided from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. The last pickup window is from 1:15 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. Please keep in mind that the service is closed during certain holidays, which are listed on our website. Rides must be scheduled at least the business day prior to needing the ride, but no more than 1 week ahead. If your preferred time is unavailable, we will make every effort to work with you to create a suitable alternative. If something comes up and you need to cancel your ride, please call during regular business hours or at least 24 hours in advance of your scheduled time. Of course, we understand that cancellations can happen at any time. To cancel a Monday ride, please call by the preceding Friday or leave a message on our voicemail over the weekend. We are happy to help you get where you need to go and are here to assist you with any questions or concerns you may have. Don't hesitate to give us a call today.
You're watching Grizzly Basketball.
Welcome back, Grizzly fans, and we're here for second half action. So, rough second quarter.
Yeah.
And mainly it was just, well, they're being led by their Wonder Woman and the Clippers.
Yep.
And we knew going in that Bridget Emery was going to be the one to watch. So she, after 0 points in the first quarter, hit 11 in the second. So basically did practically all the scoring for them.
Yeah, 11 of that 15. And I think, or 13.
So she's already up over, well, close to her average.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's clear what the Grizzlies have to do. They got to just pack that paint and make it difficult for her to get the ball inside. You know, if somebody starts hitting these outside shots, so be it. Then we can adjust after that, but you just got to make it hard. I will say, you know, with maybe the third quarter curse will change a little bit. That was the quickest halftime speech he's ever given. They were out early this time.
Yep.
And Portsmouth just came out now, so maybe that's a change in our favor. Less talking in the locker room, come on and get them relaxed, and let's start this third quarter.
Yep, and we're going to need that, I think, that size under the paint. So we both feel that maybe some adjustments were made to try to get some more offense going, I think. And what ended up happening is it isolated Morgan down low on Emery, and that just can't happen because
give away a lot of inches there.
Yeah, Morgan's just giving away too much in the height.
Yeah, I mean
she's got the heart, but not the height.
Right.
I
would like to actually see at some point Meredith down there with Addie and Reese, because it gives you the three tall. Go to like a 2-3 zone and put Peyton and Morgan up top. Like I said, make them beat you with a jump shot. If they start hitting a jump shot, okay, we'll fix that. But I can't have Emery getting the ball 5 feet from the basket every time because she's going to score.
Right,
she's
alone just on Morgan.
Yeah,
right,
she's 6 feet tall.
So Grizzlies are going with their 5 starters, and now Ingram inbounded this to Pettis. So Pettis with Morgan Dodge on her, out to Fletcher. Fletcher takes a 3, and of course promptly hit it. Winterburn now Winterburn coming in with Emery on her. Still sets a pick. Oh, Winterburn tried to go right back to Still, but that was
screen and roll.
Sort of intercepted by Pataki. Fletcher would dodge all over her. Fletcher just made it over midcourt. Oh, Morgan's going to be called.
Yeah.
That's her third foul, right?
Yeah, and she played great defense in the backcourt. And then when she doesn't get the turnover, it seemed like, well, I gotta push her from behind. And at that point, the girl's not gonna hurt you. Let her go.
Right.
It's a phenomenal defense in the backcourt.
So Pettis here with the ball. Out to Ingram. Ingram to Emery. Still this time on her. Pettis takes a three. That comes up short, but Ingram got the rebound by stepping in front of Morgan Dodge. So Winterburn here is taking it out. Winterburn to Still. Still looks around, turns. Ooh, I thought she was going to drive. Winterburn's going to drive. Nope. Gives it up to Peyton Duff. Addie Glazer to Still. Cross-court pass. Back to Glazer. Over to Peyton Duff with Pettis on her. Duff now drives in, but she walked in the two. Oh, my God. Somehow she came away with the ball.
I'm not sure how she got
Clippers on it.
that.
Yeah, how they let up on her, I don't know. Pataki then picked it up and give it to Pettis. Pettis coming in, feeds Ingram. Ingram back to Pettis. Over to Emery. Bridget takes a long three.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that looked smooth. She had no trouble hitting that one.
She's feeling it now.
So the Clippers with a quick 8 points. Again, the Grizzlies snake bit. Peyton Duff went for a three, just missed that one. Ingram to Pettis. Pettis to Ingram. Ingram now with the ball. Duff on her to Pataki. Pataki feeds the back. Pettis. Emery with another three. Oh, I thought she was going to hit it.
That was a really good looking shot too.
Yeah, it looked good leaving her hands, but it just was a little short. Hit the rim now. Winterburn now with the ball. Winterburn tries to go underneath. Feeds Peyton Duff for a three. Oh, just over everything there. She was open for the shot, but it just a little too much on it.
Addie
Glazer is going to take a third foul of the game. Oh, they called it on Peyton Duff.
No.
Yep, it was on Peyton Duff.
He said 14, shooting 2.
Oh, I thought he said...
No. Yeah, he said foul on 14, shooting 2.
I thought he said foul on 2, but okay. Morgan's coming off now for Brissett. Ingram will go for a second shot. She hit that one too, so she hit them both. Winterburn working her way down the court now. Winterburn with Emery on her.
Screen by
Nice screen by Still. Meredith tried to go back to Reese, but it was intercepted by Ingram. I think Meredith's really getting a little frustrated now. You could see it on the Grizzlies. Ingram takes a three. That's in and out. But again, the Clippers get the rebound. Pettis was knocked down, I think, by Mia. Oh, by Peyton Duff. Do you have it as her second?
No, I don't. I have said
I told you. I
so
think
the Addie one?
Yes.
Well,
see, I knew I was smarter than I looked. You had me doubting myself.
Or you're as smart as the officials, which I don't think are calling a great game. So.
Well, all right. I'll take it.
Yep, she was out.
That ball almost hit me. You didn't dive in front of it.
No, I'm erasing the fouls. You got all,
got you flustered.
angry about that.
Why do we keep getting water on the floor over there?
No.
Something leaking?
Oh, yeah, the roof.
Oh, the roof is leaking. Oh, so we do have a little bit of a leak.
All right, we'll have a telethon. Call in now, make your donation. We need a new roof and some AC in here.
Yes, there's got to be some.
Yeah.
Morgan, that's Morgan's fourth foul.
This is the person I think that could get a good quick shot off for us. And if McDonald can put in a three here, Gwen
McDonald.
I can't make the call.
Fletcher now with the ball. Morgan does not feel that was a foul.
No.
Where's our wall?
Ingram out to Pettis. Pettis put that up. Oh, thank God that missed. McDonald came down with the rebound to Winterburn. Winterburn now to Glazer out to Still.
Good
Still
job.
looked up, went in. Gwen's going to take a three. Oh, just
That's
off
all right.
the rim.
That's one of the better shots we've had this half.
That's true. Pataki came down with the rebound to give it to Fletcher. Fletcher's working it in. Pataki, perfect pick on Winterburn. Pataki now with the ball. Kicked it out to Pettis. It went a little wide of her, but Fletcher kept it.
Oh, good play.
Mia dives in to keep that in, but she sent it forward, and unfortunately, Pettis got the ball. Pataki in, and Winterburn's going to get a foul here.
1, 2.
That's his second personal foul. 15 Pataki at the foul line, 2 shots.
So that's going to put the Clippers on the line. So Pataki here is going to be taking the shots. 27-8, so the game's really getting out of hand now.
We haven't, you know, four minutes in and we haven't scored.
Yeah, we haven't scored, and they've given up 10. So Maggie Pataki, second shot. That just went wide. Brissett came down with the rebound. Winterburn now looks around to Brissett. Back to Winterburn. Over to Reese Still. Still back to Winterburn. Back to Still. To Brissett. Brissett takes a long 2, and she hit it.
Good job.
That's a 2-pointer, though. She had her foot on the line. Fletcher. That's the first basket of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Well, Ingram takes a nice shot. Long 2. 29-10. The Grizzlies are going to take a full timeout here. And you can see some of the girls coming back to the bench. A little frustration coming in.
Yeah, when things aren't going right on either end, it's tough.
Well, and I think, you know, a little bit of depression coming in because as they know coming into this game, it was maybe a shot at getting into the playoffs.
Yep.
But we were hoping against hope anyway. We didn't, you know, hey, up until a day or two ago, we didn't think we had a shot in the playoffs.
Oh, exactly.
Stunned.
Yeah, so I mean, they had those couple wins in a row, and that's what it takes. But
well, that's where it comes back to hurt us. I mean, we were talking before we went on that, you know, this is where those early games in the season, we really thought those games got away from us that we should have won.
Alvern and Nashua South.
Nashua South,
yeah.
the very first game of the season. I mean, we were ahead and outplaying them. I really still think we were the better team that night.
Yeah.
And just coughed that up at the end.
Yeah, both of those. You know, it's a different season if those 2 wins happen early in the season, and this team gets a little momentum earlier in the year. So can't live in the past. You hopefully can find a way to maybe to
make this a little more competitive.
Yes.
Winterburn now with the ball. Winterburn feeds Still. Still out to Gwen McDonald. Gwen tried to go in, but she has Lucy and her. Oh, Brissett. Brissett takes a long 2, just short. Glazer fighting for it underneath. She went down with Ingram. Emery now with the ball. Emery's actually turned this into a good game for her.
Yeah, she does a good job handling the ball, too.
Yep, she got off to a slow start. Ooh, Still.
Stepped right around her.
Yep, Fletcher didn't want to take the foul, so she sat still and still took the extra space and went in underneath Pataki. Kind of got isolated one-on-one with McDonald, and Pataki used her height advantage there. Pataki, another senior for the Clippers. Addie Glazer to Still takes a long 2. That's in and out. Still gets her own rebound. Put it right back up.
Yeah, Reese has had some spurts like this all season long where she gets into a nice little flow and she'll get 2, 4, 6 points in a row.
Yep. Pataki again underneath. This time she was isolated on Reese, but still managed to put it up, put it in. Jenna Shannon's going to step back in. Brissett now with the ball. Still thought about it. Feeds Winterburn. Winterburn's going to take a 3.
Oh, good look.
Just off the rim. Meredith. Emery kept that in, but fed it back. Tried to feed Ingram, but it went right to Winterburn, and Winterburn just went in and did the layup. Addie Glazer. Lane stepped around her. Winterburn now with that rebound. Working it down. Bridget Emery staying high on Meredith. Still tries to set the pick. Emery rolled off it. Winterburn in the Glazer, back to Winterburn to Brissett. Brissett goes for the 3. That's just off the rim. Lane came up with the ball.
Timeout.
Oh, timeout.
Portsmouth.
Clippers.
A good little run there by the Grizzlies. Couple good offensive sets. We're going to see
Dana Still's going to make an appearance.
All smiles as she checked in.
That'll turn the game around now. I mean,
can do nothing but smile back.
That's right.
Yeah, good little run there. Reese, got her first 2 buckets of the game, and sometimes I think we've talked about it before. She's the one that takes a lot of pressure off of a Meredith or a Morgan or anybody else shooting from the outside. Is Reese can get those 10 points and really, carry some offensive load.
Well, it's going to be really important because Reese is going to be really looked at as one of the leaders on this team when Meredith, moves on. I mean, Meredith as a senior, and of course Morgan Dodge and Peyton Duff. You're going to lose that senior leadership, so now you have Reese is going to have to take some control. So you got Pettis now coming in. Pettis coming in and Jenna Shannon. So Jenna. Okay, Fletcher here. Fletcher.
Oh, good play. Oh, geez.
Stepped in front of Emery. No call
Emery
on that.
fouled her.
They're going to call what? Addie?
21.
Oh, 21. That's Meredith's 3rd, right?
Yes. I really thought Emery fouled Brissett on that.
Instead, Fletcher's going to the line. Well, I mean,
They're
the
in the
fouls
bonus.
have not
5.
been that good. I mean, 5 fouls on us, none on them.
Yeah, hard to believe, right?
Clippers have been perfect the whole half. I don't see it that way.
No.
Fletcher now with the ball. She just missed on that. Winterburn gets the rebound. Winterburn now. Moving in, 3 Clippers on her.
And just like that, their first foul.
Yep. So 22.
Lucy.
That's Lucy, yep. Jenna Lucy. A lot of these girls have 2 first names.
I know, throwing you off.
Jenna Shannon.
Tell Dana we
Jenna
want to see her
Lucy.
score. We didn't get to see her score the other night.
That's right. Get her a home bucket. Brissett to Jenna Shannon. Jenna feeds Winterburn. 2 Clippers on her. They back out. Winterburn goes up for a 3. And that ends the 3rd quarter. So we were outscored by quite a bit. Well, we got 8. Right?
They had 17 in the first half and 17 in the 3rd quarter.
Right.
So.
And we wound up with 8
Yes.
the 3rd quarter.
So 3rd quarter does us in. It's pretty consistent all year.
Yep. So I guess we were a little snake bit and came back. And now we got a long way to go to come back in this game.
We
so
do.
34-16.
Low scoring. I mean, 16 points. That's not much. And Meredith's been pretty quiet. She's only got 7.
Right.
I think they've done a good job. Emery's been on her quite a bit, matched up, man to man on her. So props to Emery for holding Meredith, I think, in check.
Yeah, she's taken a fair amount of shots. So a couple times she's just been completely snake bit.
Yeah.
It's weird in the gym today. Like a lot of the outside lights are in the hallway. It seems to be dark out there.
Maybe we're supposed to go home.
I don't know.
No, we can't get any pizza, obviously.
That's right.
The AD ate all the pizza, so
yeah,
we're done.
We knew the roof is leaking, and
it's
the heat in here.
105 in here tonight.
They pretty much got it cooking.
There we go. We got a shot of the leak right there.
Yeah.
What camera work we get. This
I know.
is great.
Isn't she good?
She is
amazing.
Great. I mean, it's unbelievable.
GTV, nothing can match us out there.
And we are up for another Emmy Award, I understand, so.
Yeah, we should be.
We should be.
It's about time if we win one, though.
I know.
Meredith Winterburn to Still to Jenna Shannon to Winterburn. Winterburn goes in.
Good take.
Oh!
Little scoop shot.
Went in for the scoop shot, just missed. And Jolie Robichaud committed the foul there. So that'll put Meredith on the line. This will be the second time I think she went to the line.
No, she hasn't been.
I thought she was on the line in the first half.
One free throw. Reese took it earlier in the game.
Meredith hit that one. She wasn't on the line in the first half?
No.
I thought I saw her shooting, but maybe not. Meredith takes another. Whoop. That just went wide. Oh, Winterburn fighting for it.
A good look.
The Jenna Shannon. Jenna goes in for the layup. That was a nice layup for Jenna. She was kind of isolated on Fletcher. Got around her. Fletcher now working it down the court in the Glazer. In around Glazer. To Robichaud, to Fletcher. Fletcher goes in, kicked it out to Lucy. Went out to Lane, to Pettis. Pettis goes in, missed that one. Addie comes down with the rebound, slows it down. Winterburn feeds Reese Still. Still sends it over to Addie Glazer. Addie tries to go in, feeds Still. Winterburn to Jenna. Jenna Shannon moves it to Reese Still. Addie to Brissett. Again, good movement here by the Grizzlies. Winterburn's going to take a three. Oh,
in and out.
Again, she snaked it around that basket tonight.
That one hit both sides of the rim, just didn't fall.
Yep. Fletcher now with the ball. The Pettis. Pettis with Glazer and Jen on her. They're going to call Addie.
Yeah.
That's her fourth.
I have third. Remember, you made me erase one earlier.
That's true. That's right. I think because you got me going earlier. See?
I know.
So Addie still has more to give. Morgan Dodge is back out there for Mia Brissett.
Hey, watch posties, watch posties.
Brissett's giving some good minutes tonight.
She is. I want to see us put our seniors out there. Fletcher. Fletcher takes a long three. That was nice. She hit that kind of easily. Like you said, we got to give them those if we want to cover her down low in the paint.
Yeah.
But unlike in the first quarter in particular, but even a little bit in the first half, I mean, the Clippers were snake bit like we were offensively, but they've turned it on since.
Yeah, two teams early on that just didn't look like they wanted to win, and then Portsmouth figured it out.
Pettis with the ball to Pataki. Pataki out to Fletcher. Fletcher to Emery. Here's Emery taking another long three, but just missed on that one. Winterburn gets the rebound, feeds Reese down underneath. Reese made a good play keeping that in. She grabbed it with one hand.
That was a very athletic catch and shoot.
Yeah, because she was kind of turning as that happened.
There are not many girls on the 10 on the floor that can make that catch, spin, and shot. Reese is one of them. Wow.
Yep. There's a double dribble here by Fletcher, so the Grizzlies maintain control underneath here. Glazer takes a three. Oh, just off the rim. Jenna Shannon now with the ball. Jenna to Reese. Still with Pataki on her. Still throws it up to Glazer. Addie Glazer to Winterburn. Meredith's got Emery, Bridget Emery on her. Glazer to Jenna. Oh, Jenna thought about it. I mean, Reese thought about it. Over to Jenna Shannon. Jenna to Reese Still. Oh, Reese.
She thought about
She's
it.
thinking about it. She moved in that time. Winterburn. Glazer.
Good look.
Morgan Dodge to Jenna. Winterburn. Again, no shot clock in high school.
Oh, so just eat it up.
That's right. Ingram got that rebound. Fletcher now working it down for the Clippers. To Pettis. Jenna Shannon all over her. Pettis to Ingram. Fletcher tried to feed Pataki down low. Jenna
jump ball.
Shannon grabs the ball along with Pataki, so it's going to be a jump ball. But Reese Still was in there too. So that'll bring Jenna off, and Peyton Duff's going to go back out there. Might be sort of her last shift as a senior.
Yeah.
Peyton Duff. We're going to miss her along with all our other seniors. Oh,
Nice shot.
nice shot by Pataki. Hits a three-pointer.
Pettis it was.
Or Pettis, right. Winterburn was on her, but not quite in front of her yet. Still takes a three. Oh, that went off the rim. Pettis came down with the rebound, fighting Duff, though, all the way. So Peyton's going to get a foul.
Peyton right in there in the middle of all that rebounding.
That's her third personal foul.
3 for Peyton. I think she should take 2 more fouls.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Can't take him to college.
that's right. So Fletcher now with the ball. Coming down on Meredith Winterburn. Fletcher kicks it out to Pataki with still on her. Out to Ingram. Tried to feed Emery down low.
That was really great defense by Addie.
Addie Glazer
Yeah.
right in front of her.
You know, she had a body on her, and she was able to get that arm extended defensively to make a really tough pass, and they had to make that tough pass, and it was a turnover. So I know Addie, you know, she kind of gets frustrated sometimes and feels like fouls aren't fouls, but shout out to Addie. That was a great play.
It was a good play, and Addie's a smart player. She
Very
generally
smart.
makes the good plays.
Yep.
She kind of wears her heart on her sleeve, so she tends to play with a lot of emotion.
Yep.
And I was talking to her dad earlier, and he says it's almost a curse and a blessing at the same time, because it's part of what makes her effective as a player,
Yep.
because she's out there giving it her all. But at the same time, because she's emotional, when something doesn't go exactly her way, she has a tendency to have it bother her more than it really should.
Good point.
But we already know that at least, well, there was one foul. That one, we'll give it to her, but there was one foul that I didn't feel she did anything wrong. But other than that, I mean, most of the time she takes the fouls that are they're good. They're needed to be taken.
And she works hard down there, you know.
Yeah.
Those players that play inside that paint area,
Fighting for rebounds.
and
You're gonna
blocking
get
each
fouls.
other out, it's just contact is happening.
Exactly. Well, I know her dad tells her all the time, if you're not fouling, you're not playing.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have to, you can't play her style of game underneath.
No.
And, you know, she's sort of a defensive specialist and a rebound specialist. And, you know, you're not going to be effective if you're not committing fouls, really. You're going to have to play kind of with an edge. Peyton Duff here tried to work it in. Glazer over to Duff. Duff. Oh, she had Pettis on her. Winterburn goes in. Oh, this time Addie's going to go to the line, I think.
And right on command, we give Addie all the props, and she's in there getting that offensive rebound.
Oh, she's not going to go to the line. Foul on the shooting foul. So that was on Pataki. Winterburn. Ooh, tried to inbound this to Peyton Duff, but Pettis jumped in front of it. But Duff's now committed a foul.
Well, Peyton's got her fourth, so
That's her
you want her
fourth.
to get that 5.
One more. I want Peyton to do it like a real good foul. Let's make it count. Senior year, last game. Peyton Duff drive somebody into the board.
That's what we have to look forward to now.
We just want Peyton to go out with a bang. Ingram. Ooh, Ingram took a nice lunge. 2 there. That just missed. Winterburn got the rebound. Ooh, Addie Glazer.
Tough pass there across court.
Cross court to Peyton Duff, but it was kind of Pettis got a hand on it. So this will remain the Grizzly ball. Winterburn inbound this. Feeds still. Kick that out to Glazer. Takes a long three. That was a good shot just off the rim. Bridget Emery coming in. Morgan Dodge on her and Winterburn. Ingram now down low.
Oh, good job, Addie.
Ingram's missed a couple from the same spot there, but she's been open. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Portsmouth foul number 13, Maggie Pataki. That's her second.
I'd really like to see a little 2-person game between Reese and Meredith. You know, here it comes. Set a screen. Reese roll to the basket if she's open.
Winterburn with Emery on her. Again, Emery's, like you said, Emery's just staying on Winterburn here. Reese still out to Addie Glazer. Glazer's going to take a 3. Oh, Ingram got that rebound. Grizzlies seem to give up a little bit on that rebound. I think that we could have contested that a little better. So the Clippers have doubled up the Grizzlies at this point. Dana Still is going to make her another entrance into the game where she will bring us back.
Yeah, she's going to score for us tonight.
She'll grab us, bring us back to victory. Gwen McDonald's coming back in for the Grizzlies. Here we got a change going here. So Reese Still is coming out.
For her sister.
For her sister Dana, and Peyton Duff's coming out. Oh, so Pettis here with the ball. Feeds Pataki out to Emery again. Emery hit a 3.
Shot.
Yeah, she does. She's really smooth. And she's over her average now for sure.
Yeah.
With that 3, that probably gives her a 14, I'm guessing.
2, 14.
Winterburn now with the ball.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Winterburn hits a 3. So Winterburn answered Emery's. So Emery's over her average.
Yeah, she's hit 3 threes, so.
Oh, now she's going in for the layup. So this is 21 for Emery.
We just haven't had an answer for her tonight.
Well, we did in the first quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter we held her.
Yep. It was after that she kind of exploded. Glazer, Winterburn, Emery on her with less than a minute to go. This will be a foul on McCauley, I think, Reese McCauley. 21, Reese McCauley. That's her first. So the Clippers are going to take out all their starters now.
And we call a 30-second timeout here. So you're going to draw up a play here for Reese. What do you think? I mean, Dana.
I was going to say for Reese.
Come on.
Yeah,
Wait,
for
that's
Dana.
what we want.
Yeah, maybe he's going to draw a basket.
We missed it at Spalding the other night.
I want to see Peyton Duff back out there, too.
He's drawing up something special here. So we had just under a minute here.
24-47. So, well, that ends the thought of worrying about if we were going to make it, or if you and I were going to drive over to Bedford.
Yeah. I mean, most importantly, the Grizzlies had to win tonight. So not doing that, then all those other scenarios go out the window.
So
but
they do go out the window.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that for a season that was really not at the level where we've been before, that on the last night of regular season, you had a chance to sneak in the playoffs.
You still had a shot to make it in. Yep. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, we were at one point not that long ago 3-12.
Yeah. Which gives you that lesson that, you know, those games early in the season really matter.
So that went off the Clippers. So Morgan Dodge to Winterburn. So the Grizzlies are, Addie
Screen
Glazer.
by Addie, huh?
Yeah, she took sort of an aggressive screen on me.
Yeah. Oh,
Peyton Duff's going to get back out there, and I know she's going to foul out.
Well, Morgan just fouled out.
5. That's 5 for Morgan.
Yeah.
So she's coming off. This will be her final game of her career. Peyton Duff now.
Pressure everything. No space, no space, no space. Dana, match up. Dana, match up.
So the Clippers here inbound this.
Pressure everything.
Lucy.
Too much space. Too much
Over
space.
to Robichaud. Now to Lane. Out to McCauley. Over to Lena Vedic. Lane's going to go in. Oh, hit away. Addie Glazer fighting for it.
And she gave a little stiff arm on that,
a little high. Winterburn. Oh, she's going to draw a foul.
4 on her.
And that's going to put
Nobody's shooting here.
It's going to put Lena Vidic on the line.
Vidachis is what Al said.
Oh, Vidachis.
I mean,
okay.
Al's
That
all
sounds
over
better than Vidic. Vidachis. She hit the first one.
Al works hard to get those pronunciations right.
Well, yes, we definitely sub to Al. Al does a very good job, been for years. He'll get here early. He'll go talk to the opposing team.
Yeah.
The coach. He doesn't. He also says that he doesn't just talk to the coach. He actually goes to the players themselves. How do they want their name pronounced?
Yeah. Sometimes the coach just has a mispronunciation.
Yep. You know, and
Addie.
there's a Addie Glazer. And Al will write it out phonetically, so he gets the pronunciations almost perfect. Takes a lot of pride in that. He does the same thing for football. And Al's been around. Well, they built the building around him.
Yeah. He remembers when it wasn't so hot in here.
Yeah, that's right. So that'll end the game, 48-24. So the Clippers doubled up on the Grizzlies. Rough night for Goffstown tonight.
Really rough offensively. You know, early on, it was, you know, when there was a 5-2 in the first quarter and teams were struggling to score and there wasn't much of a flow to the game, you knew somebody would figure out at some point. I was hoping it would be us.
Right.
We just didn't have an answer later on, and Emery got hot. When she got hot, it was over.
Yeah, it was no shutting her down after that. So it's a very emotional night. We got, you know, for the first time after a game, we do have some of our players a little bit in tears, but they're tears because this was it. This was their final
finale,
final playing, final game together, representing the Goffstown. Representing the town in the school that they took a lot of pride in. Meredith Winterburn, Peyton Duff, you know, played the whole time. Morgan Dodge, and all our seniors. So we got Dana Still, obviously Gwen McDonald, Meredith Winterburn, Morgan Dodge, and Peyton Duff. So our 5 seniors. So it's a pretty emotional night for them. I mean, not quite the same kind of emotion as senior night, but they know that this is their last performance.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we talked about it on senior night, what an emotional night is for families, for players, for coaches. You know, a lot of these girls had the opportunity to play for Coach Bracey when he was the JV coach.
Yep.
You know, and then they get to that varsity level, and now he's the varsity coach. So these girls have spent a lot of time together and a lot of time with him over these last few years.
And even as a JV coach, I mean, he was the assistant coach to Largy.
Right.
So he was assisting with the varsity and sort of intimately involved in it and figuring out plays and working close with Coach Largy on the team. So,
I mean, if you had to summarize this season for the Grizzlies, how would you summarize it?
Well, definitely a season of growth, I think, for some of our younger players, if we want to look going forward. I think as far as just looking back and encapsulating this year, I think it was a little frustrating, I think is the best way to call it. I mean, I think both of us going in, and you mentioned earlier about our preseason show, we both knew that this team was not going to roughshod through Division I basketball and be one of the leading teams. We looked at ourselves as being one of those second-tier teams coming in. Certainly, we thought we'd be in the playoffs or be in strong contention for one. We really weren't in contention at all until the very end, and basically you just found out tonight.
Yeah, it kind of snuck in at the end.
Yeah, I only found out Saturday that we had a shot. I was shocked.
When you told me tonight, I was like, that can't be right. I went to the standings and see who played who, and wow.
And so I think from that point of view, the season was a little frustrating. I think, you know, it was a little bit of a letdown because I think on paper this team could have been better.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we had some players that, you know, are definitely going to grow and get better as a result of this season. But we had some players that had a tough year, to say the least.
I think Emery wants to be interviewed.
But I was wondering if you guys would like a cupcake.
We will take it. You guys were great. Hey, you had a heck of a game.
Yes.
You had a great game. We were waiting to see when you were going to get started. And when you got started, they couldn't stop
knew we were
you. So
in trouble.
nice job.
Yep. 11 in the second quarter. What did you finish? 21?
Yeah.
22?
Yeah.
What's your career high?
Yeah.
Something in the 20s. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, so you had a really nice game.
22 tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So that was
Do
good.
you guys like Wingstop?
Yes. Yes.
I love it. So we live in Portsmouth, right? Obviously.
No.
No way.
Well,
Your jersey game.
I would have never thought they were from Portsmouth.
Stop is Manchester, so we never get it. But we're trying to convince our coach to let us go.
Tell
Well,
her
he should after this
We
performance.
vote for you. You go.
Yeah.
You
Tell
go.
them you got our permission to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Well, we can share one cupcake tonight.
There you go. A small one at that.
It's a small
Look
one at that. So
we pick out bigger stuff between our teeth than
yeah.
that.
So here's the cupcake. Oh, here's the camera. That's the cupcake Emery gave us.
Yep. Compliments of Portsmouth Clippers.
She wants to go to Wingstop on the way home.
Yep.
And they're going to convince the coach, but a lot of personality. You know, back to our team, I would summarize everything that you said the same. There's a bit of a disappointment to me because I do think that we could have been that 500-ish type team, that 8 or 9 win team. And I also feel like at times this team had no identity. And what I mean by that is oftentimes when you play almost 20 games in a season, every night we watch the same team, there are things that we do over and over, and we replicate the same offensive plays. You know, we do things, the team gels together, there's chemistry, and we struggled throughout the year to find that. There were times, although it be really short periods of time, where we go on these runs and you'd be like, well, that's what we've been waiting on. And a Reese and a Meredith and a Morgan 3. And I'm like, okay. And then we'd go dark for a little while. So just that identity. And I guess I expected there would be more of those times where this team, you know, you could count on certain people for certain things.
Yep.
And there's no fault to the girls, to the coach. It's a new system. These are a lot of girls that didn't get a lot of time over the years at the varsity level. So you're figuring a lot of things out, and hopefully some of this carries on to those that return next year.
Yep.
And you build somewhat of a foundation. It'll be hard for us to move on from no winter burns out there. We've had that for a long time. But I enjoy, you know, we won't get a time to do this during the interview, so we'll do it now. I enjoy calling a game with you. I've always said it's amazing. I hand Bob the lineup when we get here. I do all the work in this relationship.
You do. So I'll give you credit for it.
I print it out in 22 or 28 font so he can read it.
I don't have to bring my glasses anymore.
He basically looks at the roster once, maybe twice, and all of a sudden he knows all the names. Well, and he's like, it's a pass from Emery, and it's going, you know, to this person. And I'm like, I'm trying to keep up who's who. So you do a really good job. I have a lot of fun. We kid all the time. Yeah, like, is this our last game? We don't know. We promised to not make a decision on air tonight. We'll talk to our agents afterwards. But
that's right.
You make it easy for me to call these games. We have a lot of fun. I think we feed off each other. So I thank you for another good season.
Yeah, and it is fun. And, doing it with you is part of the fun. I mean, we stay in touch during the week. We do see each other during the off season. Yes. And, we're when we are in touch, we're constantly talking basketball if we're not talking about our kids.
That's right.
We come at this with sort of the same passion, for the game, for the town, for the girls, for the school. So listen, we're going to be right back. We're going to do some interviews. I can see the girls are out, so we got to figure out who we're going to interview real quick, and then we're going to do Coach's Corner. So we'll be right back. Just a few minutes. Hang on, Grizzly fans. Welcome back, Grizzly fans, live from the Grizzly Den, and here we are with one of the roses of the game, one of the roses of the season, one of the most outstanding players we have, Miss Dana Still.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
And this is your first interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have interviewed Reese, your sister, a couple of times, so now we're doing you. We had to follow up because you had your career high.
Oh yeah.
Your biggest night of the season was Friday,
and we weren't there.
And we weren't there, and of course it was a road game. So we don't telecast too many of those, especially way out in Spalding. But anyway, career high. How did you feel? How did you ever come down from that over the weekend?
It was really hard. The girls were like jumping up and down after the point, so it was great being on the court, and the girls were just crazy, so it was pretty funny.
One of the things we get to watch all season long, our table is right next to the bench. We hear everything, we see everything, and
whether you guys like it or not.
All season long, there's been nothing but smiles on your face. I appreciate that. You know, whether it's smile because I'm having fun or I don't know what I'm doing sometimes because it looked like, well, I don't know the play, but I'm going to run and I'll do it. But you just are having fun out there. You're a senior. You're somebody who wasn't on the team for a couple years. You stepped in this year. What did you feel like you could bring to the team if you weren't going to put a lot of minutes on the floor, but in practice or on the bench? Or what was your role?
Yeah, during practice, I would just kind of try to like help the other girls get better. I would say, you know, everyone has a bad day a lot of the time. So if I can like help those girls like make that the highlight of their day, then I don't know, it's a good day for me.
Well, we love the smiles.
Well, yeah, no, you did a good job of that. Actually, you smiled so much, we were wondering if something was wrong with you or something. The laughing and the smiling. This is Dana Still, by the way.
100%.
For you Grizzly fans who don't know her, this is actually her. Yeah. She can't keep a straight face to save her life. Anyway, so contributing factor. What do you feel that you leave as sort of a legacy for this team moving forward? What's Dana Still's legacy?
Well, I know this is like a very big game for most, but as long as you're pouring everything that you have into the game, then I feel like as long as you're doing your best, but making everyone better around you, then you're doing a good job.
Agreed. The other thing I was impressed of, I think it was senior night, or no, it might have been the last home game. You took the jump ball. And, I mean, that's the first time we won a jump ball in a long time. Yeah. So thank you. It was like, wow, no Dana can get up.
Volleyball legs.
Good. We haven't had a chance to interview you yet this year. So tell us a little bit about what Dana does after high school. What's your future plan?
Very good question.
Okay.
Your parents would like to know, too, right?
Yeah, they would. I would like to know, honestly. I don't know. I'm just very indecisive about this. So I'm definitely planning on going to college, but I'm not sure where.
Okay.
And it will depend, but I'd really like to play softball. So it's kind of going to come down to, like, do I want to go to a big school or play softball? So.
All right. So we'll have to come watch a softball game.
Do you feel you'll stay pretty local, or are you planning it or kind of leaning towards going away?
That's, like, kind of the thing. If I'll go away, it will probably be, like, a big D1 school, and I'll not play softball there, obviously. But if I want to play softball, I'll probably stay around here, like New England.
Like SNU? Possibly.
Yeah,
there you go.
All right, we'll have to come watch a game, Bob. We'll come watch a softball game.
We'll plan it. If you stay around here, or
this season.
This season here at the high school. But I was thinking her college career too.
Well, we can follow that too.
I followed Shannon Gifford on into SNU.
One thing at a time, okay?
All right. So anyway, live from the Grizzly Den with our Rose of the Game, Rose of the Season. I'm going to miss Dana Still. We're still going to see you a lot though at Reese, right? You'll be coming to watch her.
She's in college. She won't.
Okay. Well, when she gets breaks and stuff.
Yes.
Come on, Rob.
All right.
Think with me. All right. Anyway, live from the Grizzly Den. Senior Dana Still, Rose of the Game. We'll be right back with our Wonder Woman, Miss Meredith Winterburn. Welcome back, Grizzly fans, and we're live from the Grizzly Den where we're with, Wonder Woman, Miss Meredith Winterburn. Fortunately, last game of the season didn't go quite the way we wanted to. But this was a big night for the seniors, you included. Don't get too emotional. You're going to make us cry, too. Just relax.
Okay.
Okay. So, you know, how do you feel about, instead of talking about this game, let's talk about a little bit about Meredith Winterburn's, legacy. And I know a few things that you were thinking about. What are you looking at or hoping to be your legacy as the program, as you leave the program now?
I always like to influence the little things.
The little things.
Just doing the right things, being a good leader. Really just being a good leader, being a good person. It'll take you far.
You've been both those.
You've been all of that. The only thing you've never done is brought us a cupcake.
Oh, well, I have a whole tray of them over
but
there.
you know who brought us this?
Coach Bill, right?
No.
Wait, ow.
No.
Yes, Brandon.
the opposing players.
Oh, yeah, they brought us the ones over
Emery.
Emery brought it over.
Yeah, they sang good games,
She
too.
had a real nice game. You know, I thought you guys kept her in check early on.
First
and
quarter,
then,
kept her off the board.
Yeah, she didn't score a point, and then all of a sudden she got going. And, boy, she scored inside, outside. What a really nice, 6 feet tall, nice player.
Yeah.
I thought defensively, I'm going to talk about the game because he doesn't.
Yes.
I thought we did a good job defensively early on because there was a lot of double teaming happen. And the reason she didn't score is because our defense was tight down low. And then she figured some things out, and we went through a spurt. You know, it was tough for us to score, I think. But, you know, when we were looking to try to score, what kind of things was going through your mind? Like, how do we get a bucket here when we need a bucket?
They play a really, really, really good pack line defense, which is kind of what we've been playing for the past 3 years up until this year, which is just kind of like you're extra helping. You're always in the gaps. It's kind of less of an on-ball aggressive defense and more of a don't let them in the paint defense. So it was a challenge for us not only to get to the basket, but when you get to the basket, you have 3 people already walled up there and where we can find those kicks. And if we're filling space correctly, if we're filling filling the headlights, filling the taillights, that was a challenge for us, not only trying to score off the dribble, but also trying to get the threes because of how well they collapsed on us. As for Emery, she was a great player, and I think we did a really good job closing her off in the first quarter. The second quarter, not so much. Let her get hot a little bit.
11 points. Yeah.
I don't think it was so much that we weren't collapsing on her. It was just who was collapsing on her, because we were collapsing on her correctly.
We noticed it, yeah.
We were keeping our hands up correctly. Like, I give it to Morgan. Like, she had her hands up the whole time. But you got a 6-foot girl shooting on top of you. It was a challenge for us for sure. Not that we weren't crashing. It's just who was in the paint.
Yeah, and he made that point because there was a point where we would look in and there would be a double. Maybe it was an Addie and a Morgan or a Reese and a Morgan. And like you said, Morgan's given up a lot of inches automatically, and you can play the best defense in the world. But
and she was.
Yeah,
she was playing very good
She was in the
defense.
right position,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
So that's tough.
I was wondering, and I'm going to ask the coach this too, but we were commenting because when she kind of exploded in that second quarter for 11 points, I kept noticing because she was doing well because she was basically isolated on Morgan. And like you said, with an 8-foot disparity in height. Where earlier in the game, I felt Addie and Reese were always there. Was that something that's sort of done on purpose to try to trigger the offense, maybe get Reese in some of those long breakaway type pass things?
I don't know if it was so much us as if it was them. Coach Tim Hopley, the Portsmouth coach, he's a very smart coach. I'm sure he probably told them to isolate us with a guard down low. Yeah, we were trying to get transition with Reese, but they're a very good team at getting back as well, which we saw. Very few transition points, but so it wasn't necessarily our doing. I think it must have been their doing, or just kind of like a chance, where the chance of Morgan being there, or the chance of Peyton being there, happened more often in the second quarter than it did in the first quarter.
I think, you know, as we all move on, you know, somebody like Reese, I think we still don't know that she understands her full potential because she's gifted. She made a play tonight where she caught the ball, your pass, spun on a 360, makes the shot. And I said to Bob, I said, there's 10 girls on the floor. Reese is about the only one that could pull that off.
Oh, yeah.
That's how athletic she is. And I think when I think about legacies and players who move on, the players that come back, I think she has seen you as that role model. And I think, you know, the season might be over, but I still think there's a mentorship that happens and a friendship that happens that you can be there for Reese in the future. You've been through it, you know it. But she's kind of going to get the keys to the car moving forward. She's going to be one of those all-stars for us.
Yeah.
And I think she's learned a lot from you. So if we could have Reese standing right here, what would you tell her? Like, what's something she could work on in that off season to be a better player next year?
I think for me, it took me up until this year to really understand that I am a good player.
You are.
And I think she's still on that road there. Everybody, I think Addie as well, Jenna, all of our underclassmen really, they're on the road to greatness. And I think we saw a lot of great things this season. And for Reese, I just think Reese needs to know what she's capable of. And it's hard because I didn't know what I was capable of until this year. But I think she'll pick up on it a lot quicker. Same thing with Addie. We saw her shooting today, which I love. Saw her picking people off the dribble. And then I think that everybody's going to step up when we really need them to next year. And I'm just really proud of my girls for working hard this season.
Well, I want you to know, speaking for both of us, we're proud of you.
We are.
Thank you.
And of course, the name Wonder Woman is well earned. And you've been a star in our mind every season you've played, and always played well, and always one of the highlights. I mean, this is not the first season you've been roses of the game multiple times. So we've always recognized your leadership and your qualities. And I know you're going to move on and do great things. And you'll be a pediatrician, so that means I won't be dealing with you as a doctor. But like I said, if you go into geriatrics, let me know, because Rob and I need all the help we can get. But anyway, so the legacy will move on. And, of course, hopefully we plan to see a lot of you.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
And, you know, the other thing with the Winterburn family, we've enjoyed. I mean, we had your sister obviously here years ago, but to know your parents, your other sister, your grandpa. I mean, I feel like I'm part of the Winterburn family.
That's right. We're part of the clan.
Your mom and I had a real deep conversation the other night at the snack stand. Which
what a place to meet.
I didn't buy anything. I was on my way to the studio.
Sure you did.
But you know,
Rob doesn't snack.
What I told her was what I've told you all along. It was very heartfelt, and I said that you've raised Meredith to be a really great young lady. It's fun to watch her on the basketball court, but we get to interview you, and you're a lot smarter than us, and you make us look good.
Oh my God, that's not true.
You make us look good. But that's
case in point.
That's what keeps us coming back to do these. Is you girls are just a cut above. Your leadership, your becoming young adults, making good decisions. It's been a joy to watch you, your sister, and all these other girls just grow up and mature and develop. So thank you for letting us be part of
Thank
this.
you guys for sticking around.
It's been great to be part of it. Yep, you told me back in your
sophomore year, after my sister graduated, after Caroline graduated.
Yeah, you said you got to keep doing this now until I graduate.
Yep.
So we did it.
I'm glad you stayed.
Listen, live from the Grizzly Den. We'll be right back with Coach's Corner. So goodbye. It won't be forever. She'll come and help us. She'll help us do a game. I promise next year. All right. We'll see you out. Welcome back, Grizzly fans. We're live from the Grizzly Den. Rob Foreman, Bob Bertolucci, and now we're here with Coach Brazy. And Coach is cornered. Last game of the season. We came into this in kind of some wishful, hopeful thinking, maybe playoff spot. Didn't quite work out the way we thought. So where did you see the game plan as kind of going awry on us tonight?
I thought first half they got a little better on us on our defensive end. We didn't do enough to take their post out of the game. I thought we did a better job in the second half with that. And then they are a really tough defensive team, and we had to make better decisions with the basketball quicker. We were really slow moving the ball around, which meant that we never got open looks, and nobody wanted to take a look when we got looks. So I think that might be the first game where we had people hesitant to shoot. Well, some of us hesitant to shoot, right? Nobody wanted to shoot.
I agree 100%. I made that comment. It looked like nobody was looking to take that shot. And earlier in the season, there were times. Sometimes they weren't great shots.
Maybe too much, yeah.
Or at the right time.
Correct.
But tonight it was like no shots. I said the ball movement was great.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of movement. There wasn't enough ball reversal all the way around to me. It's like we got 2/3 of the way around.
I would say like we moved the ball and then it stuck at some point, right? And then as soon as that sticks, their defense reloads and you're back at trying to drive against some 6-foot-tall kids, and they're just really long. So our guards couldn't get looks because of that. We didn't move well without the ball either, right? We'd have a drive and nobody filling behind, so it was really hard to get open looks out of that. So
I think I got two questions, so I'll start with the first one. The first one is, you know, when we
would be first.
We talked
the first.
I normally start. I go from the bottom up.
First one. Okay. Ask the second question first.
We did the preseason show. We talked about a lot of things. And trying to figure out maybe what this team could offer every night. Now that you've had the reins for a year and you've seen these girls, what's that word that describes this team as the 24-25 Grizzlies? How do they come up? What's that word to describe?
I would say the word I describe us at the end, because I don't think it was at the beginning, but at the end I thought we were competitors. I thought, you know, we didn't always have to play the best quarters, we didn't play the best games, but I don't think they gave up, right? They fought through to the end.
I would agree. So my second question is, I mean,
Wait, I thought you went second first. This is first, second?
No, I just do my way. Don't worry about it.
Just does his shtick.
I know. Now you've had a chance to be.
Now we forgot the question.
That was the plan.
You had a chance to be the head coach for the full season. You've been part of the program for a long time.
Yep.
And I know as a coach, there are things you learn every day, every week, every month of a season. You know, fast forward from that pregame show we did to today, you know, what's something you learned about yourself and maybe your coaching style or something you could do?
Yeah, I think honestly early on I tried to put too much stuff in for them. I overcrowded their heads. I thought we had enough coming back in terms of like basketball IQ there that I threw a lot at them, and then I was like, oh, we got to back this up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think if I could redo that, that's one thing I would have done, is slow the roll a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I think just more skill development overall.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I did ask Meredith a little bit, and of course I lean on Rob a lot because he's got more knowledge of the X's and O's of the game than I do. But I felt like obviously the first quarter is very low scoring, and we were talking, it's like neither team really wanted the win or wanted the basketball. But I was glad that it was low scoring. I felt that was in our favor because offense has been a struggle all year. Then all of a sudden, Emery, of course, was the one you had to watch. She kind of exploded in the second quarter, second half. But I noticed earlier, like in the first quarter, always right under the basket, we always seemed to have Reese and Addie right there, and that was limiting what they could do in the paint.
That was the design.
Second quarter, though, it seemed it was constantly Morgan there, and I'm wondering if that was, did we do that something to get offensive going?
No, it was their alignment offensively, right? That pushed our help defense around a little bit, and then we were not where we needed to be defensively. And I think if you look at after second quarter, we cleaned that up a little bit, right? It was because Morgan would be okay there. I know she's not as big, but if she gets farther in,
the height disadvantage.
If she gets farther in, we're getting an offensive foul instead of a 2-point basket, right? So just a matter of X's and O's on that in terms of execution, just not there where we need to be.
Okay. We knew we would be challenged offensively. We've talked about it a million times this year. But the one thing, you know, I will commend you, I commend this team, is that there was fight every night. And it didn't matter who we were playing and what the score was. Even when this game got a little bit out of hand tonight, the fight was still there. So I think that's a credit to what you've developed with these young ladies and what your style of coaching is that, you know, sometimes it's Davy and Goliath out there. And it's just what it is, right? You know, we don't have the population here to support some of these 6-foot girls that we'd like to have. So, but there's a fight.
I got to figure out the water situation, though, right? Like,
we need something in that water. But I commend you. I think that style of basketball fits, you know, this program and this team well. Is that there's a fight. You know, there's a lot of things maybe you'd second guess, but you can't. You got to focus on the future, which is what I want to do because I think there are some really bright spots for the future.
I agree.
We love watching Reese, and when Reese gets that confidence going, we interviewed her sister tonight, which was a lot of fun. But you know, talk about, you know, maybe not naming names, but you know, what do we look for the future? What are those things we're going to really focus on for next upcoming season?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of good young players overall, right? I really like our junior class. Right now, I think that they are athletes. I think we got a lot of good basketball players as sophomores. And I think, honestly, our freshmen look really good, too, in the JV games.
Yeah.
So I like all those. And we also have some middle school kids that are coming up that are also going to fill some spots for us that are going to be able to help us pretty early, probably.
Good.
And, like, offensively, we'll probably look a little different, right? Hopefully look a little different. Hopefully we're more than 25 points a game.
Yeah.
Right? But we're going to have to figure some of that stuff out. And I think we're losing a lot of good parts, too.
Absolutely.
But I think we got a lot coming in. So
Good.
Right. Listen, I want to take a moment to commend you. You've always been accommodating for us.
Yeah, thank you.
You've always been around. Like I said, even with the program and all the help you were giving Largy when he was here and the JV squad and working his team up. It's been a great season with you, willing to do this Coach's Corner. And some nights I know you really didn't want to go do it. So you've been good about that. And, you know, even seeing you outside, we talk basketball all the time, so that's really good and exciting. I'm looking forward.
Only when you see me, I try to hide.
You do try to hide.
He does approach me. I'm easier to talk to.
I find him. Yep. He was stuck with me over the weekend, so yeah, whether he liked it or not. But anyway, so I thank you for that. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to next season. So we'll see how things go. Rob and I, have to renegotiate our contract.
Thanks to the GTV crew, because
Thanks to GTV
you guys
crew,
make it happen every night.
That's right. They make it happen.
Are you
They're
guys
always behind the
going for
cameras.
a percent increase this time?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
we need more than one cupcake that the opposing player gave
There's
us.
a handful over there.
Well, yeah,
Emery
see?
gave us this.
She also gave us those.
She
so
wanted
we got
an
plenty.
interview, so.
So we need to work on some new equipment, better seating. I wanted a perch up there, a deck. You know,
I don't think I'd want to go up there.
Obviously, you got to reinforce all that. We want air conditioning, so we got a lot to negotiate. But anyway, signing off for GTV, everybody back at the studio, everybody up here in the cameras, everybody around. We appreciate you all being here, and signing off for the last time this season. We look forward to seeing everybody next year.